edition of the Rock Hound channel. My name's William, this is Daisy, and on today's episode, we're going to go ahead and give you an introduction to gold panning and prospecting, so don't go away. So first and foremost, I got to be the Debbie Downer, and I got to be sure that I keep you guys safe out there in the field. And how I'm going to do that is let you guys know a few pointers that you need along the way. So first and foremost, I want to be sure that I keep you guys and gals safe out there in the field. How we're going to do that today is you're going to go ahead, before you take off anywhere to go panning or prospecting, even rock hunting or metal detecting, I need you guys to do me a good favor. Go check out your local rules and regulations in the state and province that you live in. Some places don't allow those particular things. It might be a hefty fine if they catch you. So do me a favor. Go check out your local DNR, your Bureau of Land Management website, or any of those such websites. Be sure that you're able to go out there in the field and enjoy this amazing pastime. Now, it may be even possible that some of these places may require a permit or card or something of that nature of a license to do simple stuff as prospecting, metal detecting, rock hunting, and any kind of stuff of that sort. Alright, did you go check that out for me? I sure hope you did. Want to keep you guys safe out there in the field to enjoy this. I enjoy it every time I go out. I have a blast. So, in just a minute, I'm going to go over my tools of the trade, so stay tight. Now, when it comes down to the tools of the trade for the first time prospector, I always recommend a decent gold pan. And it doesn't have to be the super expensive ones that you see over here on the internet. Nah, I went first and foremost to the cheapest spot I could find. And I'll tell you what, ASR Outdoors or sluicebox.com, those places are pretty decent. Or go check out Amazon, or I'm going to even recommend a Chinese address, which is going to be Temu, I think, or Taimu. Forgive me, I'm not too well with all that stuff. But my wife introduced me to this area, and she got me a decent pan there. And it was only for maybe $5 or $6. So go check them out. Now, as you probably have seen on the internet, there is a vast range of different kinds of gold pans that are out there in every shape and size and every color. Well, I got a few right here in front of me, and over here by my sign you'll see that there's another wide range of different colors that are out there. But for the first time prospector, I am going to recommend the good old black style pan. These things are super easy. You can see the microscopic gold. It's my preference. I enjoy the black ones, that way I can see in any kind of sunlight. So that's one thing that you got to keep in mind. You got bad eyesight, chances are some of these other colors that you see there, ain't gonna do so good. So I choose a black pan wherever I go. Now when it comes down to gold pans, I've tried them all, including all the ones you saw up there on the top of the screen. I got them all stacked over here in a box. They basically are going to be future bowls I use over here on my gold cube. Two main ones that I use, I keep in my pack. I'll show you what those are. One is going to be a finishing pan. Now, these are decent. They come in every size. And I choose the 10-inch one because I can at least spend a decent amount of material and blaze through it pretty well in a minimal amount of time. When it comes down to getting your material, the essential time, I always choose a decent gravity trap style pan. These things come in all sizes, as you see here below on your screen. My old trusty one that I keep around, my old river pan. Now that one there I picked up over at ASR Outdoors. And that includes this guy right here. I picked this one up at the same website. Came in a 3-pack. It came with a strainer, I believe. And a snuffer bottle. We're going to get into that here in just a minute. Tell you all about that. Now, the second thing that you definitely need up in that pack of yours is a decent classifier. Yes, That's a very important step when it comes down to gold prospecting of any type. You gotta classify, 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 and stratify, stratify, stratify. Two best ones that I have found out there in the market. I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. Now, when it comes down to classifiers, I've tried them all. Heck, when I first started out, I was trying kitchen utensils. That's right, your simple noodle strainer that you use, either sitting there for your spaghetti and whatnot, just to get the gravels free from all of my concentrate. Well, I'm going to show you a couple of them that are on the market that are pretty cheap. They're not too badly priced. Now, these are from the same company, and they're by Job, I believe it's called. And they come out with a wide range of these, and they fit right on a 5-gallon pail, which is absolutely awesome. They fit beautifully in our river pan. Now, this one here is a 1/8 classifier. Pretty decent. That'll get all your stuff up out of there and your heavy gravels and such. And hopefully keep your powder gold and anything down here in your pan. Now, the next one I'm going to recommend is the 700 mesh. Now, this bugger almost looks like probably your screen porch that's sitting up over there, your screen porch screen. That's exactly what this is, if it's a little bit smaller. And this one I've had for quite a while, and it's finally ready to retire. But I have strained hundreds, if not thousands of pounds of material through these classifiers. So definitely go check out Job and let them know that the Rock House sent you. Now when it comes down to that final step, you finally got that gold peeking up out of that black sand and you need to capture it. I definitely recommend a decent snuffer bottle. That's right. You got to have something that's got a decent seal up on it, a decent price. I'm going to put it up here. I found these boogers on Amazon. They weren't too badly priced at all. In fact, I plan on getting me another few of these. And they've lasted me a long, long time. So definitely go check out Amazon to pick up some of these snuffer bottles. And should you turn around and find some decent flakes, getting lucky enough to find those big old flakes, I would suggest two different things that you must have up in that pack. One, a decent pair of tweezers. That's right, you need a pair of tweezers up in there. They got all sorts of them up out there. I choose the ones that got the little scoops up on them. To use them for beads. I actually use them over in my lapidary shop when I'm doing all my beading. So these are pretty decently priced as well up on Amazon. Next thing I gotta recommend is a decent bottle, guys. In case you get those nuggies up in that pan, you gotta have something to put the nuggies in. And this here, I didn't purchase anywhere. It was a simple prescription bottle. As a matter of fact, it had some ibuprofen in it. Turned around and cleaned off the label real good, painted it up so I could find it out there in the field. And that's what I keep with me everywhere as I go. It stays in my pack. Now when it comes down to totes, I carry a wide range of those as well. And I'm going to go through a couple of those in just a minute. Now when it comes down to totes, you got to be wise in what you pick. No, you don't need a big old huge one over here when you're going on your first time prospecting trip. Nah. And if you don't want to monkey with any streams or whatnot, you get yourself a decent tote. Now, over here, my tried and true is my pink one. Now, may look familiar to any of you out there that owns cats. That's right. It's a cat box. You are correct. Bought this brand new at Walmart. And it fits beautifully in my backpack. When it comes down to packs, everyone's got their preferences. I've got mine. I choose the tried and true rucksack. The things you can pack up in here is incredible. It fits literally everything that you might see right here on my desk when it comes down to pants. A little bit more. You probably get one of these boogers over on Amazon or some other military surplus stores. They're not too badly priced, somewhere in about the $100 range. Now when it comes down to shovels, I've got a few preferences out there in mind when I'm out prospecting. One of them was a free find. I'm going to show you that here in just a minute. Now when it comes down to shovels, you can pick from anything out there. From plastic ones to metal ones, even got some carbon fiber ones, titanium, you name it, they've got them out there. That I keep with me in my pack at all times. It's a decent plastic one. And my old rusty crusty here. This was a metal detecting find when I was out on the beach. I kept it ever since. A decent little garden spade. It's thick metal, not too badly in condition. So definitely pick up at least these two here, or get yourself a decent scoop. That's something that Brandon and I got on our Christmas wish list. Hopefully somebody like Santa answers us and gets us a pair of those. So if you want to pick up any of those, go check out Walmart. I believe they got some plastic ones there too. If not, go check out the children's toy section. I know it sounds silly, but they actually have them over there. The gardening section too got them as well. As future me from a different video, wanted to also recommend a must-have in that backpack of yours at all times. And that is a decent jeweler's loop, guys. These here are from JarLink, and they come out with a wide range of different jeweler's loops out there. I have two that are my absolute favorites from them, and they are this guy right here, which is battle tested out in the field. What makes this one super fancy? It's got a light on it. That's right, it's got a light. It's got 3 different loops on there, including a UV style light. Watch this. So right there, boom. Look at that, got a little UV light up on there. And that black one there has the same gosh darn feature. Definitely well worth the price. Roughly about 25 or so bucks. So go check out JarLink or Amazon. And these scoops here you can pick up with a wide range of kits. You want to pick this up as a big old package deal. Sluice Box has that. ASR Outdoors. If you can't find anything that you like over there, go check out Temu or over here on Amazon. That's a decent place to go pick up most of these kits. Now when it comes down to going out there prospecting, and you tend to be alone, well, personally, I like the buddy system. That's why I take Brandon with me, just in case I get in a spot of trouble. That shouldn't be you just out there on your own. I personally recommend to build yourself a decent medical kit with you. Keep it in that backpack. I'm going to go through what I got sitting up in here in just a minute. Now when it comes down to my medical kit, which I have sitting over here, I'm going to choose a few things that I want to make certain that's in that booger at all times. Now one in particular, have yourself a wide range of bandages. Any kind of band-aids will do. Doesn't have to be the super expensive ones. I actually prefer the fabric style. I got an allergic reaction issues, so I gotta be careful what I use. Next thing I want to be sure that you have in that pack is a decent pair of sterile gloves. And it's going to be super strong, just in case you end up in a situation where you got to help somebody. Make sure you keep yourself a pair of gloves on hand. It'll save your life in the long run. Now the next thing I gotta recommend is a decent ace bandage. Something that's going to be able to wrap up on you real good and tight. Those gauze pads are super important. Some antiseptics such as alcohol or some peroxide will definitely be worthwhile to keep in there. And they keep those in small little sprayable bottles that'll fit up on there. And inside that case, the entirety of it here is a waterproof case. Keeps everything good and dry, and it's not too badly priced. All this is a lure sidekick you can pick up over at your, per se, like a hardware store or fishing spot. Walmart even carries these boogers, and I highly recommend them. Now also I have to also recommend a decent pair of gloves, especially if you're out there in the water, you're moving around boulders and rocks and such. That's why you'll probably need one of those medical kits just in case. Trust me, I've done it myself, pinched my fingers in between 2 boulders. Not fun. So a decent pair of gloves I recommend, as well as a mont. And these guys are super durable, super tough. I've had these suckers, and I keep buying them years and years ago. I'll tell you what, I fell in love with them the first pair I bought. And I put them on my hands. I haven't went back since. I used to be a good mechanics glove kind of brand guy. Now, I'll choose my Wells Lamont guys over anybody else. Now another decent suggestion I recommend is a decent notebook. That's right. Why would you need something like that? Well, what happens if you turn around and end up with a decent pay streak? Definitely turn around. Make yourself a loose map. Location where it is. Savvy with a compass. Put down the Latin line of it. That way you got it for future reference so you can return there. That's a decent idea for the first time prospector. Now guys, that's exactly what we carry in my pack every time we go out prospecting anywhere as we go. So if you enjoyed today's video and you thought it was informal, please leave us a like. Leave us a comment down below. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe right here. Hit the notification button. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. You guys can become one today just by subscribing. And once again, my name's William. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.